Okay, so that was just a quick example of how you can kind of move around and use all of your fretboard. With the progression I was doing in C sharp major, I was using 1, 3, 6, 5. Every now and then I switched it to 3, 4, 6, 5. All right, but basically that's the most important thing are the 3, 6, and the 5. Okay. So in order to get around, this is something I've wondered for years, how guys are just sitting here shredding around the neck and just moving around like crazy. And I've watched videos of guys saying use arpeggios and all of the inversions of the arpeggios, learn all of those shapes and kind of like memorize them down the fretboard. I've seen videos with guys that say memorize the pentatonic scale and all of its inversions and piece them up and down the scale. Today, as I've been playing more and more, I'm kind of starting to realize there are some relationships that exist and will always kind of tell you where you are in the fretboard. So today it kind of just hit me like I could just do this and this can help me move around the entire fretboard wherever I want to go. And basically my focus has been on the 3 and the 6 and the 1 too, I guess you can say. And how I use them is like this, okay? There's some rules I know about the third, where the 3 is from the 1. And when I say the 3, I mean the third note in the C sharp. If I was doing major scale, okay, in C sharp, the third note of that scale is what I mean by the 3. When I say the 6, I mean the 6th note of that scale. All right, so there's a 1 here, right? This is my keynote. If I go up 2 whole steps, there's a 3 there, okay? So that's one of the ways I can use to move. I can go 1, 3, 6, 5. All right, so I've now moved from here all the way here. I moved from this position. Or in this root position, I can play. Right? And I can do it upside down. Okay, so now that covers that part of the fretboard. The other way I told you, if I focus on this 3, I can move this way. Okay? Go back to this 1 here. You know that there's octaves. All right, if you go back to towards the saddle, back 2 frets or a whole step, and go down 2 strings. That's the octave of the C sharp. Okay, I can use that to tell me I have another 1. Okay, I can also use that 1 now to reference that 3 that I know is 2. There's always a 3, 2 whole steps away from a 1. So now I'm here, and I can use that. Okay, the other thing I know is wherever there's a 3, 1 string up and 1 string over towards the saddle is always a 1. Okay. Okay. So now I know there's a 1 there. Alright. And being that the last one of the last notes in this progression I'm using is a 6. Alright. So I'm at the 5 now, but the 6 was here. I know that a whole step and a half from a 6 is 1. So now I can go to that 3, or I can go to this 3. Now I can use that 6 to tell me there's a 1 here, which opens up a 3 there, or a 3 here. That's your 3. Okay. Got that 3. I could use that there. So that's how I use those 3s and 6s and a 1 to kind of get around the bass neck. It might be a little confusing when you're watching this video at first, but if you like think about what I'm saying, it will make sense to you. Just kind of get used to where you can locate threes and ones everywhere on your fretboard. Threes, ones, and sixes, and then realize where there's always a 3, a 1, and a 6 wherever you are. For instance, if I go back to that C sharp right there, and I'm detuned, I should have told you guys that at the beginning. So you might be like, "That's not C sharp, that is." No, I'm detuned a flat half step down. Sorry. So from there, from that dotted fret, down one string and down is a 3. Also, there's always a 6 underneath the 3. There's always a 6 under a 3. All right. There's also always a 2 under a 6, and a 2 is a whole step away from a 1. Yeah, so there's just like reference points. I hope this makes sense. If you guys have questions, please ask. I'll explain it. But it will open your eyes once you get it. And I'm still rusty, obviously. I just learned this morning, like literally a couple hours ago. This opened up to me. So any questions, ask me. I'll be happy to answer them.